Greetings viewers and welcome back to my channel where gaming and anime is my specialty. And today we're going to be looking at the stand Weatherport that belongs to Weatherport or Weather. That's what his nickname was in part 6 by Jolene and Inasui. But his real name is actually Domenico Pucci. But when he lost his memory due to losing his memory disk by Pucci, he just decided to go by Weatherport, which is the name of his stand. But his nickname is just Weather, in case you were wondering. But yeah, we're going to be talking about Weatherport and Heavy Weather, which I'll get into more on that in a minute. But we're going to be basically just explaining the stand's, powers and abilities and overall how it affected the story of Part 6. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so let's talk about the stand's appearance. Now, the stand is a muscular humanoid close-range stand. It's basically just a mass of clouds. But except the only distinctive feature is its face, which has a pair of red eyes with vertical stripes on them. It also has like a mask-like structure with spikes on top of its head. While most of its body is just an undefinable piece of armor or clothing, it has brass-like knuckles. It also has knee pads. And its feet has wing-like clouds, resembling kind of like the Greek god Hermes. The stand has no, sentience or personality. The only thing it shows that is kind of like, self-sentient is the fact that it, subconsciously protects its user. Kind of like how Star Platinum did to Johto before Jotaro realized he had Star Platinum. So let's talk about its actual abilities. So Weatherport is a versatile stand, which basically has almost like all control over weather, within a certain range, of course. It has fair use of, offense and defense, physical strength. It's a basic, close range stand. Weatherport can summon, vast winds, lightning, rain, stuff like that. It's been shown to just manipulate weather to the user's advantage multiple times throughout the Stone Ocean series. It can create large phenomena. Kind of like, things that aren't even shown as weather, it's actually can control that. Most notably when it made it rain poisonous frogs to protect Jolene. So, a couple of major notable attacks that Weather chose to use is its ability to manipulate wind and air. It uses it to use large gusts of wind to affect objects from afar, and also in close range combat, it uses wind to pierce the human body. Weatherport can also use clouds and humidity manipulation. Most notably is when it surrounded itself in a cloud suit to protect themselves from the Jumpin' Wrangler, or what's his name? Jumpin' Jack and Flash? I just remember his name was like Long Wrangler or something like that. It was a battle that when he and Jolene were fighting, he created a cloud suit. But yeah, as I said, Weatherport is within the name. It can manipulate the weather with the range of like 30 kilometers to, I guess, summarize it up. For combat though, it mainly uses wind and air to fight people. But yeah, now let's move on to the stand Heavy Weather. So Heavy Weather, as I said, it's not really a stand on its own. It's actually an ability, a separate ability. If that's more noticeable. Kind of like Whitesnake, it has the ability to take discs, but also has a sub ability which allows it to use its melt. It's called Melt Your Heart, as if you recall from my Whitesnake video. It's basically the ability to use illusions. It's basically just a sub ability, kind of like sheer heart attack. So if you know Weather's backstory, it's to summarize it up, it's basically that he hates humanity, and Heavy Weather is the pure embodiment of that. In a nutshell, basically. Its ability is called Snail Projection. It's when Heavy Weather generates various rainbows around the vicinity, and anyone who touches them, their body will slowly morph into that of a snail. The only one that is, actually deep down immune to it is Weatherport himself. So the transformation can either become progressive by touching the rainbows, or it can, also begin by touching a person that's already started being affected by the snail ability. All animals are affected by this attack. But yeah, the most noticeable handicaps of the snail transformation is sluggish reactions, loss of strength, and loss of speed. Also, salt is a weakness. Snails, they get dehydrated from salt. That'll happen to you due to the fact that you're transforming to a snail. So how it actually works is, to basically summarize it, heavy weather alters the atmosphere and creates a light projection within the sunlight, and which makes organisms, when viewed, it makes them think that they're transforming into a snail, which therefore makes them transform into a snail. Kind of, a little bit confusing, but yeah. But the weaknesses of it was, one, which is most notable for almost all stand abilities, is killing the user. If you kill the user, then the stand ability will stop. But besides that, it's discovered by Poochie that if a person is blind, then they are immune to the stand due to the fact that they can't see the sunlight and the messages carried through the sun rays. And Poochie used Whitesnake to, extract his sight discs from his eyes, therefore making him blind, and therefore making him immune to the snail ability. Which, might I say, was clever thinking on Poochie's part. Okay, before I finish off with the stand explanation, I think I'll talk about Weatherport's stand stats. So it has an A in destructive power, a B in speed, a C in range, an A in persistence, a E in precision, and an A in development potential. While I'm at it, I might as well talk about heavy weather's stand stats as well. Destructive power, mystery, speed. It's I guess it's infinite, I'd say, because Sea Moon, when I was doing that video, it also has this marker. So I'd say it's, I don't know, maybe either undefinable or infinite, I guess. A in range, same marker for speed and persistence, an E in precision, and an A in development potential. So yeah, that's the stand stats. So Weather Report itself, I actually enjoy Weather Report. When I first saw the stand reveal, I was like, ooh, weather controlling. That's actually really cool. And heavy weather itself, actually the stand. Now, I think heavy weather though was cool as well, because it just shows how dangerous, rage can be. You know what I mean? The stand ability was birthed directly due to weather's anger towards humanity and society. That's, I think that's very impressive. I enjoy, heavy weather. The ability itself is disgusting. I mean, snail transformation, disgusting. Well, yeah, that summarizes up. Weatherport was, if I'm not mistaken, the last stand of the Stone Ocean crew. Because I've done a video on burning down the house, Kiss, Stone Free, Diver Down, and now Weather Report and / heavy weather. And I already did the explanation of Poochie stand. So yeah, that should be it on the main crew at least. But I do plan to go visit back some of the side villain stands, the one that were very intriguing to me later on. Oh, and I can't forget FF. I did do a video on FF already. So yeah. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.